Hello, everyone. Welcome into a brand new podcast. This podcast is called Until My Watch is Over. This is a podcast where we get to talk about the devastating truths that dementia is a killer. It is the sixth top killing disease in our nation. I don't know if how many of you are aware of that, but I think that we do not talk about dementia as much as we should. My name is Mickey. I'm a Christian life coach. I'm an advocate, and I'm a speaker on behalf of dementia. I want to come on here and share different stories and hopefully have guests come on as well and share their stories of the struggles, the laughter, the tears, all the ins and outs of this horrible disease. I also want to hopefully build a platform where we can talk about what works and what doesn't work. So with dementia, going through different stages, and different types of dementia. There's a lot going on, a lot. And I want to be able to have a platform where we can talk about what those things are. We can talk about the frustrations. We can talk about what is helping, what is not helping. And I think it's important that we build a community of people that want to just join arms and rally up the troops and stand on behalf of our loved ones or one another that have dementia. Myself as well, I wanted to build awareness. I want to build awareness. I want people to understand that this is a killing disease. It is not something fun to handle, live with, or deal with. I have been a caregiver for over 20 plus years. My mom had dementia. She did not go through all the stages of dementia. She died early on. And matter of fact, she died too early. But she did have sundowner syndrome. And we'll get into what that is in another episode. We'll start breaking down some of these syndromes and these differences between, what dementia is and the different types of dementia that there are and the stages. We'll go through all of that. I want to bring a bunch of stuff that's important to this table so that way we can share just everything about this disease so that we can just let people know what it's all about. So currently, I am a caregiver as well, still to this day. I've been caring for my grandmother who's going to be 95 this month. I can't believe it. And she has been with me for 6 years now, and I have watched her go through many, many of the stages. In fact, she's in stage 6, I would say. Um, I wish it wasn't stage 6, but we're in stage 6 pretty much. So again, we'll talk about those stages in another episode. We'll break these things down. We'll start having a clear, more understanding, so to speak, as to exactly what some of these things are. But today, I just want to introduce myself. I want to just let you know that we're starting this podcast, and I'd love to have you come on as a guest. If you want to share stories, if you want to share equipment, products that work, products that don't work, different types of medicines that work and don't work. What about insurances? How are you coping? When do you make decisions? When do you decide, do I put my loved one in a nursing home or do I put them on hospice? When do I start home health care? How does that work? What about rehab? Different issues like that. I want to bring a lot of factors to the table. But today, I'm just basically going to give you an introduction. I want to talk about what dementia is, okay? Dementia is a general term. It's a group of conditions, okay, that cause a decline in our cognitive ability, okay? So I think of cognitive as a barrier, a wall that comes up, within us that blocks us with different things such as our memory. I feel like the cognitive decline is the roadblock to the memories that we lose, or our thinking, or being rational, our reasoning, problem solving, different stuff like that. So dementia basically is a decline in those things where our cognitive abilities are no longer, we are no longer able to function in those areas like we used to. Now there is a term that I think is quite funny, and that is, what is the norm? What is normal? Um, Normal means if you have an ability to get up, get yourself dressed, and take care of yourself physically without any help at all, any help at all. Um, and you don't need anyone else to do anything for you. That would be the normal realm of a person's ability, okay, their cognitive ability. When you start having a decline in your cognitive ability is when people usually start to notice differences within you. Like you don't remember stuff, and you might even remember it for yourself, but sometimes you don't. Now, how often do you walk into a room and you think, why did I walk in here? What did I come in this room for? And I'm not going to lie, I've already done that. I do it all the time. Maybe, that's why I want to create awareness because, maybe this is the path that I'm on. It does start here, by the way. That doesn't mean I'm saying that anyone that walks into a room and forgets they automatically have dementia. Please don't take my words out of content because I don't want anybody to like freak out and start, becoming really concerned. But if you do have problems with memory, if it's where it's a constant thing, where every room you walk in, you don't know why you're in the room, or you can't find anything like your keys. I lose my keys all the time. I lose my cell phone all the time. I lose my glasses all the time. I remember making fun of my grandma when she was younger. Well, not really making fun of her, but laughing at her because she would walk around the house for hours, hours going, I can't find my glasses. I can't find my glasses. And one time I said, Grandma, just go look in the mirror. And she goes, why would my glasses be in the mirror? I said, trust me, just go look in the mirror. And she did. And guess what? They were on her head, like mine are. And she was like, oh my goodness, I've been looking around for 45 minutes and I can't find my glasses. And here they are on my head the whole time. And so that's why she can't find them because she can't see them. But she forgot that she put them there. And another funny story with my grandmother is we'd go to the grocery store and she'd leave her purse in the shopping cart all the time. We would be frantically going back to the store, calling the store, trying to find out where her purse was at. So that those are just a couple of just little quinky dinks that we have in life in common to this disease. Now, is that normal? Is it normal to forget? I believe there is some normalcy to forgetting sometimes. We get distracted. Distractions also cause us to forget what we're doing. If we have a lot going on in our life, we get distracted over things and we forget what we're doing. That doesn't mean we are definitely declining. But if it becomes a habit to where every single day you're walking into a room or walking out of a room and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. You might want to consider just going to your doctor and getting checked. That's all I'd recommend. And they normally will just refer you out to a neurologist so they can do a couple of tests. And we'll talk about those tests. We're going to talk about a couple of these things because I was researching a couple of the tests the other day and I found a couple of them to be very, very interesting. So that will be another episode that I can't wait to bring to this platform. So anyhow, I do want to discuss a little bit more about dementia and cognitive decline because it can be very worrisome for people that you love and people that you care for. If you are experiencing with someone that you love and you're seeing them decline, my suggestion, this is just me, go and get them help as soon as possible. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait. There are preventative measures that can be taken. There's certain things that the doctors will help you do. The one thing that I know that will help you if you're helping a loved one that is facing cognitive decline is preparedness. Once you understand and realize, hey, there is something going on here, and we need to take a look at this. And a lot of people want to deny that. We don't want to admit that there's something wrong with us. Nobody does. Even for myself, like now that I've been around it long enough, it doesn't bother me. But I know for myself, if someone were to tell me, "Hey, you're a little bit off. There's something a little bit off about you. What's wrong with you? Maybe you should go to the doctor." I probably would be like, "Oh no, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not going to go to the doctor." I recommend it. Go to the doctor and get some help and try to figure out what is exactly going on. And then work on preparedness. Get a game plan in place. just in case. It may not be nothing. It may just be something simple. It may be a urinary tract infection, which we're going to talk about that too. Yes, we're going to talk about urine on here. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff on here, and it's going to be okay. The thing is as a group and as a community on this podcast, I want it to be a forum where we can openly talk about what's really going on. What is it? Okay. So I hope that everyone on here will want to participate and even come on, be a guest, come in and tell stories of, what you're going through, what you're dealing with, how you're dealing with it. What are you doing to cope? What are you doing to take care of yourself? Because as a caregiver, how often do you give yourself a break? I talk to many, many caregivers that do not take time for themselves because they're so busy caring for other people. And we have to be careful of that. We really do, because it can be exhausting. You cannot take care of somebody if your batteries are on empty. You have to stay charged. You have to eat right. You have to be getting good sleep. Take care of yourself as well as your loved ones. It's really important. It's so important to take care of yourself as you're taking care of another person. So let's take care of one another in this group. Let's help each other out. Let's give each other ideas. Okay. I have a lot of ideas. I can share stories that work and that didn't work for me. Now, what didn't work for me, it might actually work for you. And same, for you. You may have an idea that, hey, this didn't work for you, but it might indeed work for me. This is how this is what I call trial and error. And I'm sure you've heard that before, where you just have to put it to the test. Let's take this idea, put it to the test, and see if it's going to work for what we're going through, what we're handling, what we're dealing with. Okay. Let's do that. Let's share these ideas. Let's share products. You'll see behind me diapers, wipes up there. They're behind me. I don't know how to point, but anyway, they're there. Let's go like that. Okay. Diapers and wipes behind me. Okay. What brands do you like? What do you prefer? What brands were no good? I can tell you a couple of different brands that I've used that were terrible for me, and they didn't work so well. And I would even double them up. I would double up diapers, and they just did not work. So, and then wipes. What wipes work really well? Which ones don't? Which ones irritate the skin? Which ones don't? Which ones have a powerful odor to them? And which ones don't? There's all kinds of different things that we can share with one another on this platform where we can help each other out. And so I'm excited to bring this information to the table and just talk to you guys about what I've learned, what I've encountered, what I've dealt with. Um, it can be a very messy, messy job. Messy, very messy, okay? Um, but that's okay. That's what I do. That's what a caregiver does. You have to take the good, the bad, and the ugly, all in one cahoot. You just can't. You don't get to pick and choose your battles each day. They kind of pick and choose you. You just get to pick and choose how you handle them. So, I'm excited about this podcast, and I'm anxious, and I've been wanting to get it off the ground for a while. I just wanted to make sure that the timing was right, and I wanted to be able to make sure that I was in a place with my grandmother that I could take a little bit of time to step out and share, what it is that I go through on a daily basis, and what I've already gone through in the past, and of course, what's to come. We know what's to come. We all know, like it's called until my watch is over. When my watch is over, then it's over. Um, Now, will I stop being a caretaker? Probably not. I've been a caretaker most of my entire life, and I will definitely probably continue down that path because it's just something I've always done, something I've always enjoyed. It gives me it gives me great honor to take care of someone that I respect and love, especially somebody that took care of me. My grandmother did that. Um, I also, like I said, I took care of my mom for years and years and years and years. And she passed away way too soon. She was only 73. So I don't know where you're at with what age you're at, if it's a mother, if it's a grandmother, if it's a husband or a wife, if it's a child. Um, Usually dementia starts kicking in the 60s, 60, 65. That's when it starts happening, but it has been known to happen sooner. Matter of fact, the youngest diagnosis for dementia was 17 years old, but that was a very rare situation. So I actually will share that in an episode because it's quite interesting when you hear all of the facts about that. I did a complete study on it because I was just curious about how young can people get this disease, and it's not really common for people that are younger. And I myself am 53, and I do believe that dementia could start anytime. It really can start anytime. Like I said, when I go into a room and I forget, my daughter says, uh-oh, mom. Or if I'm talking, having a conversation with her, and I'm like, oh man, I forgot what I was saying. And she'll say, Mom, should we go to the doctor? Kind of thing. Um, and sometimes it's just distraction. And sometimes I think, well, maybe I should go to the doctor and get checked too. Maybe I need to go get checked. I don't know. Um, it's a good idea. I mean, I'm telling you guys to do it. Maybe I need to do it too. So, anyway, on that note, I just wanted to come on here and introduce myself and say that it is going to be a fun podcast. We're going to have some amazing stories. And in each episode, other than today, because today is just an introduction, um, I am going to be sharing fun facts. Now, somebody said to me, I don't think dementia is quite so fun. You're right, dementia is not fun. It's not fun. It's not something that you make fun of either. But the fun facts are things for us to learn and gain knowledge from. Fun facts are going to be something that will help us to get through the situation at hand. Fun facts are going to give us something to go, I'm going to think about that this week. I want to think about that. So I will be sharing some fun facts with you guys on these episodes. And we will be discussing a lot of different stuff. Definitely going to break down the types of dementia. I'm definitely going to break down the stages of dementia. And we are going to address each type of dementia individually, um, and then do a comparison with them. So that way you can kind of figure out where you're at. Okay. We're also going to talk about some of the things that bring on dementia. What can you do to protect yourself from getting dementia? We need to talk about these things. It's important. Um, there's simple little things that you can be doing that will help reduce the risk of you getting dementia. So that doesn't mean it will eliminate it altogether necessarily, but it can reduce it. It may give you a longer lifeline. Okay. These are things that I think are really important when it comes to talking about this horrible disease. So I hope that you're excited. I'm excited to be here. And I hope that you message me. I want you to message me and say, hey, I want to come on your podcast. I have a lot I can share. I want to share this story, or I want to tell you this, or this is what I encountered, or oh, on this day, this happened, and I would like to talk about that. Can we discuss these things? All kinds of talks we're going to have. Okay. We're going to have a lot of discussions about this disease, a lot. Okay. So please feel free to reach out to me, and you can go to my website. It's called untilmywatchisover.com, and you'll be able to send me a notification, say hello, and say, hey, I want to be on your show. I want to be on your podcast. Put me out there. I have a lot that I can share, and I would love to have you come on. Also, if there's something that you know or want to just information you want to give to help others that struggle. I know a lot of people that are new to this disease have no idea what's ahead of them. No idea. So let's pave the road for them. Let's help them so it's not so hard. The struggle is not so hard to face. Okay? Because for those of you that are in stage 6, like myself with your loved one, you already know what you've gone through already. So the best thing that we can do while we're helping our loved one to make it through is to share it so that way we can help others that are going through it, that are just starting out, so that they know what to do, okay? It's important that we share this information. It's vital. I wish there would have been a podcast when I started doing dementia, or taking care of my grandma with dementia, excuse me, that I wish I knew some of the things that I had to learn on my own. I had to just go through it on my own. And then I started researching some stuff because I was kind of clueless in some areas. Other areas I knew because I worked in nursing homes a lot. But some things you just have to, you're going to find out on your own. But if we can help one another out, let's build that community. Let's lock arms with each other. Let's stay connected, and let's rally up the troops until our watch is over. Okay? Not just my watch, our watch. Are you a watchman? Are you taking care of someone? Let's get in there and help each other out, okay? So until the next episode, I would just want to say thank you for being here and thank you for listening. I hope you join in. I can't wait to have you. So get excited, get on board. All right, let's do this. We are still young. We are still living. So let's act like it. All right. All right. Y'all take care. Have a great day and God bless you.